Don't mind your business. Mind my podcast, Mind Elixir. Hello there, and welcome to or back to my podcast. I'm glad you decided to press play on this episode today. Today, I wanted to chat a bit about comparing ourselves to other people because I know I've definitely fallen into the trap of comparing myself to other people many times. And also, I wanted to talk about glowing up and glow up culture. If you do not already know who I am, then hello again. My name is Ayoka, and I started this podcast just to share my ideas or thoughts and random things that I'm thinking about and other stuff that teens go through and talk about it here. So, yeah. And also, great news for me, I guess. Well, an announcement for me or whatever. I'm getting my braces off in April. On April the 6th, I am getting my braces off. If you don't know, well, I've had braces for 3 years now. I've had them since January 2018. So I am very excited to get them off. Before, um, before I had braces, like my canines, some of my teeth, they hadn't grown in because of like weird spacing or something like that. Like I still had baby teeth, and I literally thought that I was gonna have to get dentures, but yeah, now my teeth are all grown in and they're aligned, and that's great. So I'm excited for that, which will happen in April. So we'll see. Now to the main topic of this episode. So honestly, I think I've always compared myself to other people, whether that's in terms of grades, looks, abilities, etc. And comparison, it can be a great thing for just knowing where you are or what you're doing in relation to others. But oftentimes it does become detrimental to our own and my own well being especially whenever I just like overly compare myself to other people. You know what I mean? Like you're constantly comparing yourself to other people. You see someone doing something one way. You're like, oh my gosh, why can't I be like that? Why can't I do that? Why isn't the same thing happening for me or whatever? Or whenever you see someone else and you only see your own shortcomings and what you weren't able to do or look like or be. And to the other topic of this episode, glow ups. A glow up is basically it's basically going from looking one way, maybe looking a little like maybe you just woke up out of bed and then going to look extremely beautiful or something. Or that was a very bad explanation of a glow up. A glow up is basically whenever you get pretty. To put it into simple terms, it's whenever you get yourself looking pretty or you just elevate yourself, whether that's in your mental state or your physical state or your well being, but usually it's about looks. So, first, let me tell you what inspired me to do this episode. I was scrolling through social media, Instagram, of course. I spend way too much on Instagram, actually. This is kind of embarrassing, but I looked at my time limit on Instagram and I had spent 4 hours and 36 minutes on one day last week. On one day during the break I had spent 4 hours and 36 minutes. So, yeah, I definitely set a time limit for Instagram now, but back to what I was saying. I was scrolling through Instagram and I would see all these people that I went to middle school with, and they look completely different. Well, not completely different, but they looked quite different. Like they'd had a glow up, literally beautiful. And I was like, oh my gosh, they've had a glow up over quarantine. And meanwhile, I'm over here. Of course, you know me, I compare myself to other people. I'm over here still looking the same as usual. And it made me feel not that great about myself because I was wondering, where's my glow up? Well, where's my glow up at? When's that supposed to happen? Because it seems as though like glowing up, that's kind of an integral or an important or a major thing of being part of the teenage experience, I guess you could say. And I think social media plays a huge role in that as well, and comparisons and all of that. And of course, we all know everything on social media is different and it can be portrayed in a certain way or that it isn't the full story. You know what people say, all of that. Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, it can be hard whenever you see others. It just feels like it's your instinct to compare yourself to them. You know? I feel like it's literally my instinct or something. But I'm trying to unlearn that though But at the same time, like literally I see these pretty girls and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, how are they 15? How are they 15? I still look like a what do you call it? I still look like a 12 and 11-year-old. These girls, they literally look beautiful and adult and grown and I look like a runt. I'm just comparing myself to them. I'm like, why do I still look like this at this age? And I feel as though I still look the same as I did in elementary school. I'm still waiting for my glow up. And I mean, I know there's still time for like people to me to change and stuff, but I still end up feeling left out and have ended up comparing myself to other people again and again. And it just keeps getting worse and I really need to stop comparing myself to other people. I need to just stop. I think the reason glow ups are such a big deal is because we do put a lot of emphasis on appearance and people are expected to change in some or many ways, I guess. For example, on YouTube, there's these 24-hour massive glow up videos. And those ones, they usually just change things about their physical appearance. It's not really that, like, they just get their nails done, maybe an eyelash appointment, get their hair done, and put on a brand new Fashion Nova outfit or something like that. And then there's those middle school glow up videos on TikTok. It will show a picture of the person in middle school, and then it'll be like, ooh, dramatic music. And then it shows a picture of them now. Usually it's just them with their makeup done and, fancy outfit and all of that. And then we have the other TikTok glow up trend and then we have the other TikTok glow up trend that was kind of recent, kind of similar to that musically don't judge me challenge, where it will start off in the beginning of the video, the person looks a bit grungy, a little bit bummy. But then there's a cool transition and bam, they're a whole new person. Makeup done, all of that. And the thing I don't like about these videos, the TikTok one I just mentioned, the thing I don't like about this trend, this sort of don't judge me trend, is that people they'll often add traits in the beginning of the video to make themselves seem more unattractive or traits that they deem as unattractive, they'll add those into the beginning of the video. It's usually they'll add acne onto their face or they'll add a fake tooth gap with Sharpie or they'll put on glasses in the beginning of the video and then take those off. And that just really annoys me because through these glow up challenges, people have exposed what they believe is ugly. They believe that glasses are ugly. They believe that acne is ugly, as we can see, because people will literally add acne onto their face to try and make themselves seem unattractive, even though acne isn't ugly. And then we wonder why people feel insecure about their acne and feel insecure about having glasses. And then they'll add tooth gaps or try to make their teeth look messed up or whatever, or purposely jut out their lip or something like that. Or maybe they'll have fake braces. And we're constantly seeing some people wanting to change. Whenever you constantly see people adding traits to themselves that you have to try and make themselves seem ugly or unattractive, you start to want to change that trait about yourself as well. And I think the reason I want to glow up so badly is because I'm not entirely comfortable in my own skin or the way I look at the moment. I just haven't grown that confidence that I honestly do wish I could say that I have confidence, but do I? Not 100%. And I'm just scared of staying the same and feeling miserable in the way I look or my appearance forever. And people, aka me, will sit here thinking, when is my glow up going to come? When will I glow up? And I think I've kind of created this idea in my head that glowing up is synonymous with confidence. And as soon as I have a glow up in my physical appearance, I'll be 100% confident. But that is not true. And as I look around at everyone changing and becoming 10 times prettier, it's just I keep comparing myself to them and I need to stop that. That's the problem. The constant comparisons and comparing myself to others or whatever. So my brain it's kind of created this idea that oh when you glow up, like I just said, my brain has kind of created this idea that oh when you glow up everything will be better for you. And maybe that true? Is it? Maybe it could be true in one way. Like maybe people will view me differently because of my appearance if I do have a drastic change in my appearance or something. Because although that shouldn't be the case, some people they do judge, make severe or harsh judgments just simply because of someone's appearance or things that they can't change about themselves. But really, at the same time, on the inside, the internal, how you feel matters the most because even if I do have a glow up, I'm not just going to automatically feel more confident. I'm not going to automatically have a 100% self esteem boost. Because although our appearance, it can make us feel more confident. I mean, like, we all know that feeling whenever you put on a bomb ass outfit or get your nails done, have your hair in a cute style, and you feel like an absolute queen. But those are just material, external sort of things. And when you strip that away, it's still you. You're still left insecure. Wait, that sounded so rude. But you're still left insecure with your same amount of confidence as before. If you just don't feel great in who you are in your own skin, then a glow up isn't going to fix that for you. I mean, let me give you an example of this. Whenever my acne was more severe, it did really impact my self-esteem. But also now that my skin is more clear, now that I'm taking Accutane, my self-esteem it hasn't 100% gone up like I thought it would be. Like I used to think that, oh my gosh, if I didn't have acne, then I would be so much more confident. And that is not true. I had to realize and accept the idea that acne it doesn't make me ugly, it doesn't define my self-worth. And I have to understand that it's a deeper problem than just me having a problem with acne. It's like an overall deeper thing about me feeling insecure about my appearance and multiple aspects of me. That can't just be changed by changing how, parts of how I look. I hope that really made sense. I'm sorry if that didn't make sense. I also think that this pressure to glow up, this glow up culture sort of thing, it gives children and kids and teens, people our age, it gives us this idea that we aren't good enough in the current way we are and that we need to have a huge glow up in our teens to be beautiful, to be pretty. It's kind of this phenomenon. This phenomenon, is that how you pronounce it? It's kind of this phenomenon, this concept that we're an ugly duckling right now, but soon will transform, will blossom into a beautiful white swan. And I don't know, it's just giving us the idea that our natural selves, the way we are right now, isn't beautiful or pretty enough. And I think that sometimes glow up culture it can reinforce that idea. And also I want to clarify that I don't think that changing your appearance is bad. There's nothing wrong with that. You can change your appearance all you want. That's fine. That's fine. We all love to switch it up sometimes. And going back to that, I'm not saying that glowing up is bad, but I do think the slight obsession with glowing up that our generation has and how we feel pressured to do so, I do think that is the bad part about glow up culture and glowing up. And we always see these quick external glow up, these more physical things that are focused on appearance and our physical appearance, right? Usually people drastically changing their appearance in one way or another, but they never talk about how it made them feel. But they never talk about how it made them feel because when you strip away all that makeup, accessories, and fanciness, you're still you. I think I just said that. Have you changed as a person? Maybe, but what people focus on whenever they say a glow up is usually just temporary aspects and things about ourselves. And I feel like it's just feeding into a beauty standard, which there's nothing wrong with doing things to fit the beauty standard, but sometimes it can be toxic whenever it's unrealistic beauty standards, etc., stuff like that. And the effects of those 24-hour glow ups, those 24-hour glow ups we see so often on YouTube, those will wear away after a few days or whatever, after a while. So I think it's important to actually gain self esteem, something that I have definitely not 100% figured out. And that's okay. And that is really something I myself I am working on the internal glow up as well as external because I do want to change up my appearance a bit and try out new things, try out new style, all of that. I'm not sure when I'm going to feel super confident in myself, but hopefully that can be soon. Or hopefully I can learn to be more confident in myself. And I mean, people, they only ever talk about or discuss their struggles so they can talk. People, they only ever bring up their struggles or discuss what they've gone through so that they can say how it has led them to improve in their life. And I feel like don't really talk people they don't really talk about their struggles as they're going through it. But maybe I do need to have a mental and internal glow up as well. Maybe I do need to work on that some more. I don't know when I will be able to achieve it, but hopefully I will. And although mental glow ups, those have been starting to get big as well, they are definitely not they there has definitely not been as much emphasis placed on mental glow ups or mental health glow ups as there have been on physical ones. Like we literally see a new TikTok trend regarding glowing up like every month or something. And it's basically always the same things. You can see the beauty standard. It's literally exposed through those glow up trends. And I'm not saying, and I want to repeat this again. I'm not saying that wanting to glow up is bad. I'm just saying that that glow up culture, it has had some negative or slightly toxic effects. And also, going back to what I said about comparisons. Oh my gosh, I wanted to talk about some steps or some things that I will be implementing into my life in order to stop constantly comparing myself to other people so much, because sometimes whenever I look at people, all I can do is see something that I am not, see my own shortcomings, or see something that I won't be able to achieve, something that I won't be able to do or look like. And I just need to stop the comparing, stop the comparing. I I would be so much better if I didn't constantly compare myself to other people. First off, I need to distance myself from people that I compare myself to. Like, this includes unfollowing people on social media, or maybe if you're not able to unfollow them, you can just mute their posts. And if it's really extreme, then like if the comparison is gets really extreme, then you should probably block them, because yeah, and just avoiding things in general that that you'll compare yourself to. Like me, I just this sounds like petty or bad, but honestly, I just unfollowed people that I was comparing myself to. Like that I was comparing myself to too much. I just unfollowed them because at the end of the day, I need to focus on me and I need to stop comparing myself to other people. And I also need to remember my own achievements and be grateful for what I've done and what I've accomplished in life. Because even though I may look at other people and think, oh my gosh, they're so much better than me at this and that, I should still remember that I've done things and I have my own unique things that I've been able to accomplish and do, and things that I'm grateful for in my life and grateful to have or do or like about myself and all of that. That was really weird. Also, I have a quote for this episode. A quote. It actually kind of fit. I literally found this quote like 5 minutes ago. Okay, so it's kind of a poem. It said, "You walked right into the trap of comparison, and the metal teeth snapped shut, breaking your legs, keeping you from walking down the path that was meant for you alone." So, yeah, I think this quote fit the episode pretty well. It is by Ashley Eden. And yeah, comparison, it really is a trap. I referenced that at the beginning of the episode, but I didn't know I would have a quote referring to it as a trap at the end. So I guess that's a happy coincidence. And I really do need to work on just focusing on myself and my mental health and stop comparing myself to other people and becoming aware of how toxic things can affect me in life and all that, and just not listening to not being not allowing society's beauty standards to make me feel insecure about myself, because I should be confident in who I am and who I am as a person. And yeah, that is pretty much it for today's episode. Remember that you are a bad bitch. you are a wonderful person, a lovely human being. And yeah, I hope that you were able to know a little bit more about me and what I've been thinking about. We discussed glow up culture, the importance of that internal glow up, the self esteem glow up, the mental health glow up, or whatever, in some ways that I will stop trying to compare myself to other people. Make sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, leave a review. Oh my gosh, I say this every episode, but leave a review if you have Apple Podcast. If you don't have Apple Podcast, then I don't know, like get an iPhone or something and leave a review. Ask for your friend's iPhone and leave a review. All of the other platforms, all my social medias, those are linked down below in the link tree as well. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely, wonderful, fantabulous day. Bye.